Okay. Um, I think we're live. I think we're good. Trying to stream on Twitch and YouTube. So I'm just making sure everything's set up. One second. Alright, sorry about that. We are back. I wanted to take the Challenger 650 out. It's kind of the only plane I've been flying these days. Because I paid $100 for it. And I want to get my use out of it. But it's honestly, it's been worth it. It's been really cool. Just the level of detail. Here, let me actually... I'll pop this open real quick. If I remember how to. Yep, there we go. Just the level of detail that we got with this airplane is just really cool. Can we do this one? Yeah, we can. Look at that. So, I don't know. I think it's worth it. Anyway, the plan for today, we were going to do just a quick flight, 1 hour, kind of a test flight, test stream as well. Gonna fly over to Battle Mountain from Carson City here, where we currently are right now. Had some thunderstorms roll through with the real world weather, so this is actually what's happening at this location right now, but we had some thunderstorms roll through just about an hour ago, and everything's kind of this interesting cloudy weather with no rain. You could see like out in the distance there might be some rain over there and whatnot over here. And I know Battle Mountain weather is also supposed to be kind of interesting, so it's gonna be a short flight, but it should be an interesting one as far as the weather goes. I mean, hopefully we don't get tossed around too much, but it should be fun. Just look at this airplane. You can see the fans rotating in there. Mainly what I wanted to test is if my computer can actually handle streaming and playing X-Plane at the same time, because the main reason I stopped streaming X-Plane was because my old computer couldn't really handle it too well at all. Kinda sucked, the streams. And also I'm running, here let me hop out of this real quick. I'm running ortho scenery right now. So the ground should look very detailed, or at least sort of. I mean, it doesn't have anything on Microsoft Flight Sim, I would say, but it should look better than not. You can see the lake over there. I forget what lake that is. If that's is that Lake Tahoe? That might be Lake Tahoe actually, right there. And the city over here. Carson City Airport. So I got it looking pretty nice. And I'm gonna leave this stuff up on the top left corner here because I want to monitor my frame rate. So sorry if that bothers you, but too bad. Too bad, basically. Anyway, let's hop back down here to the ground level. I'm gonna just phase out to there. There we go. So yeah, this is my Challenger. This is 666 Alpha Victor. We're gonna be operating it with no passengers today, just Part 91 flight over to Battle Mountain. But yeah, I found this paint job online, and I really like the black. And I picked the registration number myself. I wanted it to be edgy, basically. I probably could have come up with something better, but 666 Alpha Victor I've grown to love. But yeah, look at the black and the white. I think it goes really good. It's it doesn't really hit too much at night, and I do a fair amount of night flying with this thing when I can, you know, in the sim. But in the daytime, it just pops out really nice. So I have another one. I have another like another preset here. We have 639 Zulu Bravo, and that one kind of has a more default paint, but I like this one. This one's a cool one. So let me go ahead and let's go ahead and hop in this airplane. Actually, we have it in kind of a quick turn state. Well, the airplane's cold and dark, but I don't have any covers or pins on because I actually was flying it a little bit earlier. So we're just gonna drop the door. If you guys are also noticing any problems with the stream, please let me know, because like I said, it's been a while since I've done an X-Plane stream, so there could be major problems. I'm not even sure what okay, I'm streaming in HD. That's good to know. Okay, let's hop up here. We'll head into the flight deck. Beautiful flight deck, well modeled. Let's go ahead and get the battery on. Turn off for cautions. The cautions are very loud, I find. I am running a non-standard sound pack for this airplane as well. 1 second, I got a text. Okay, all good. Yeah, I am running a non-standard sound pack for this thing, and I actually really like it. I think it makes the sounds way better. Anyway, we'll do things kind of sort of by the book, but also sort of not. I'll go ahead and just do the fire test because we're streaming and it's kind of cool, I guess. Got that.
Jet pipe overheat. Jet pipe overheat.
Great. So by doing that, if we start the AP, which is the tiny jet in the back for power, and it caught on fire for whatever reason, at least we'd know we'd have a valid warning. Oh, let me show you guys this as well. So I can go down here into engines. Look at the level of detail. I mean, they've drawn diagrams for literally everything. I think the most impressive one is the pressurization system. I mean, just look at the insane level of detail that they've come up with to show all the systems working. But anyway, let's go ahead and start the APU, and I'll just kind of leave this here. Can like drag it down any? No. Can I resize it? Thought I could. Oh yeah, I can. Okay. I'll just kind of leave this here. The right side. Because I've actually never done this before. I've never watched the APU start like this. So let's go ahead and do that. Let's turn the master power on. That doesn't really change anything, but you can see we have the APU display pops up here. Go ahead and hit start. And look at that, you can see it starts spinning up, light off. And everything's starting to get hot. And rotor RPM is coming up. And we got our master warning for turning the APU generator on. So now let's go ahead and I'll pop up the electrical network. And I should be able to, let's see, APU is going to be AC system, right? So APU generator. This circuit should be connected and start powering everything. So if we switch this on, let's go ahead and do that. And there it goes. You can see the circuit connects and everything else pops up. I love that sound too. So yeah, just, I mean, this is why I fly this airplane. Pretty much primarily, we got an ATS failure here, so I'm just gonna hit the auto throttle disconnect. I have these buttons mapped. I have these buttons mapped to my joystick, so I have this one mapped, I have this one mapped. Or to my throttle, I should say. This is ATS disconnect, and this is toga. But anyway, as I was saying, that's why I fly this airplane so much. When I do fly at all, which is not too often, but when I do fly, that's why I just fly this airplane, is because the level of detail is just insane. And I think it's worth the $100 that I paid. Let's go ahead and clear that in the box here. And what we're gonna do, we should be able to, oh crap, that's not what I meant to do. Let's go to position initialization. Let me just confirm that this is correct. I'll go down on, I have ForeFlight running as well, and I wish I could like overlay my iPad so you guys can see what I'm doing, but I can't right now, and I'm not gonna bother. 1194427. Okay, that's correct. Let's go ahead and go to flight plan. Turn the brightness up on this thing a little bit. Okay, so we should be able to go to route menu, flight plan recall, and I'm gonna put in KCXP, and we're going to Battle Mountain and send. So now via data link, we should be able to load our flight plan from SimBrief, which is one of the coolest things. Especially on those long flights where you have like 1,000 waypoints, you could just load it directly from SimBrief, which I really like. I think that's one of the coolest features, and I should be able to actually show that to you guys here. I got SimBrief up. You can see our flight plan. We got 0 passengers, block fuel. I will have to call the fuel truck, so I should probably do that, but let's run through some of our checklists first.
Nav lights, logo light.
Coming on. Now we don't need the logo light.
On. Cockpit lights.
Yep.
Set. Lamp test.
We could do the lamp test. This is more like first flight of the day stuff. See all the lights.
Tested. Duct monitor.
That's
tested.
already done.
FMS database status. Cycled. Checked. FMS flight plan uplink initiated. Anti-skid.
Turn it on, test it. I guess I won't test right now. Okay, we'll wait on that.
Armed. Tested. Nose door. Clear. Hydraulic 3A pump. On. Brake pressure.
Hydraulic page, we got 3,000 PSI thereabouts.
Check. Parking brake.
Set the parking brake. Oh, it's set already. I should have had it not set, but whatever. I think we do have the chocks in. We have the chocks in, right? Yeah, okay. So even if we lost hydraulic pressure, we would have been fine. Okay, cool.
Set. Nose door. Closed. Hydraulic panel and pumps. Checked. Auto 3A on. Electric panel.
Yep.
Checked. AC DC utility switch. On. Start ignition panel. Checked. Fuel panel. Checked. APU LCD. Open. 10th stage isolation valve. Open. Packs. On. Air conditioning panel. Checked. Pressurization panel.
I don't actually know what the field elevation of Battle Mountain is. It's 4,500. That seems about there, so I'm gonna just leave it as is.
Checked. Set. Bleed air panel. Checked. Supplemental ground wing anti-ice panel switch. Out. Cal anti-ice switches. On or off. Anti-ice panel. Checked. Tested. Emergency lights. Checked. Armed. Passenger sun. On or auto. ELT. Armed. Glare shield checked. Crew and passenger oxygen. Checked. On. DCU warning panel. Checked. CDR. Tested. Audio panels set. SPS system. Checked. On. Integrated standby checked. Set. Reset. Checked. Main landing gear bay overheat.
Viewer bay overheat. Viewer bay overheat.
Checked. TOS warning switches. Out. Tested. In. Stowed. Auto. Thrust reversers. Checked. Armed. Thrust levers. Checked. Shut off. Engine speeds on. Engine vibration check. Tested. Checked. Tested. Trims. Mach trim.
We'll stop here.
Tested. Set. Yacht dampers. Engaged. Reversionary inhibit switches. Norm. Out. IRS. Aligned. CPDLC. Logged on. TCAS.
Could do the TCAS test, actually. Squawk code for this flight, 746-7446. You could see the TCAS test.
TCAS system test OK.
Okay. Let's stop here and let's go ahead and work the flight plan. That's what I gotta do. As far as clearance goes, I don't think we're talking to anyone to get out of here, because I don't think there's any active controllers, but we will have to talk to someone to land at Battle Mountain. So that's fine. Let me go ahead and I'm gonna call fuel truck right now.
Hot start flight support, Jenny speaking. How can we help? Of course, I'll have that over with you in a minute or two. Anything else?
I think that's all we need.
Always a pleasure. Take care.
We're gonna turn this to on. So we need to take on, I need to get my calculator out actually. Calculator for the sim. Because we need to take on about, actually I can bring it up right here for you guys. Let's go. There. So here's all our fuel stuff. And it might look kind of complicated, but it's actually pretty simple. It starts off with how much you need for the trip. which is currently only a 36-minute flight. 1,400 pounds. We got contingency, so we've added 15 minutes of flight time just in case. 575. We have an alternate, which is TWF, the airport, and that's how much fuel it's going to take to get there. And then we have reserve fuel, which is 45 minutes, and that's how much that is. So all of that added up, you get minimum takeoff fuel, 4481 pounds. We got some fuel for the APU running, 360 pounds, that's 2 hours of APU usage time. Takeoff fuel, which, so adding that on to minimum takeoff fuel is 4,841. And then you add some more for the taxi, 20-minute taxi, which is obviously an overestimation for here, but that 300 pounds for that, and then you get block fuel of 5,141 pounds. So now we come over here, we see how much fuel we have. Well, we already have 2,390, so I'm gonna do my calculator, 5141 minus 2390, and that comes out to 2,751 pounds we need to put into the aircraft. But they don't want to hear pounds, they want to hear gallons, so we have to convert pounds to jet fuel gallons, and that's really why I use the calculator, because this is an aviation calculator. So I have a function here that can turn pounds into jet fuel, because the density of jet fuel I think is like 6.7 gallons per pound, something like that, or 6.7 pounds per gallon, I'm sorry. So if I do that, we get 410 gallons, which is what I need to tell the lineman out there to put into the aircraft. It sounds like he's connecting right now, so we'll do that. I'll also pull up my fuel system.
All right, Captain. Fuel truck is hooked up. Just let me know how much fuel you need. Or would you like to go tanks full today?
We don't want to go tanks full. Let's go ahead and pump 410 gallons. That's what we said, right?
All right. I'm gonna go start up the pump.
Okay. So while he starts up the pump, I come over to my fuel panel here. I turn, not that one, this one. The wing solvents open. And so as soon as pressure gets sensed, like as soon as fuel starts pressurizing the system, you can see those valves open right there, and now fuel is flowing into the two wing tanks. And if I were to open up these two other switches, these valves here would open up, and then fuel would start flowing into the tail tank and the aux tank, I believe. But we don't need to do that because we're not upping, we're not uploading that much fuel. But I mean, you can see how cool all this is to have all this monitored. You could have the look at all the fuel sensors here, refuel defuel system. You got the transfer system, which obviously we're not transferring anything right now. The motive system, which is basically how the fuel gets to the engines, I believe. We also have the engine feed system. So that's all pretty cool. Another cool one is the here, the cabin environment. See the various temperatures. It's actually pretty warm right now. It's at 74 degrees in the cockpit. Let's make that a little cooler. Cool everything down. And if we switched over, so basically I turned the temps down here, and you can switch over to the where is it? Is it pressurization? It's environment. Air conditioning, yeah, that's what it is. You can see now the air conditioning system working, where air is coming in from the, not the 10th stage, it's coming in from the APU, which is, where is it? Is it coming in from here? Cooler unit? No. Maybe it's coming in from here, actually. I'm kind of confused, actually, because I don't see where the APU is on this diagram. I guess it still must be, like, from the 10th stage, even though it's coming in from the APU. Let's look at this APU.
Refueling is complete, Captain.
Oh.
Do you need anything else?
Let's confirm here. Get rid of that. Yep, we got enough.
Okay, just one quick signature on here, and I'll be on my way.
$5 a gallon. It's actually the fuel price at this airport right now for Jet A. It's $3.99. So I don't know where they come up with this price from. It must just be like a default thing, but I see it change though. I see it change, so I don't know if it's like random number generator or what. But let me put my signature on this. There we go. Nice.
Here's a copy for your records. Have a nice day.
Thank you. Oh my god, it's Ariel Jesus. Hello, hello. I think we're doing pretty good. We're at like 40 frames per second, which is honestly really good for X-Plane. This game is not optimized at all. Not as good as some other games. Anyway, fueling is done, so I can turn that off. Let's go back to here. That's what I was gonna do. DCS stream in the future. I wanted to try an X-Plane stream because I haven't done an X-Plane in like a year. And I missed it. Secondary flight plan. I'm gonna just activate this. Drumming stream. Drumming stream in 2025. Let's say in 2025. I need to look at the approaches. I should have put... I should have put... I wonder if I could change my flight plan right now. Nah, honestly, whatever. I'm not gonna bother, because we're gonna probably get vectored when we get closer. Check fuel at destination. Yeah, I'm just gonna put in the final airport. Yeah, let's do that. It's the simplest flight plan I've done all day. Okay, let's close out of here. Now we gotta start doing perf. Performance. We're gonna do 0 cargo. Clear this. Level 290. The deviation right now is +3. And I'm just gonna put in cruise winds. Reserve fuel, we just have that up here. 1275. 300 for taxi. VNAV is gonna be 300/0.78. That's good. So just 300. That's good. Execute that. And for takeoff, let's do max performance. What am I missing here? Oh, that's what I was missing. Yeah, we're gonna take off on 27 and just kind of climb over the field VFR, and then proceed to our first waypoint because we don't have any like instrument departure or anything like that. which usually is, you know, what you do at these, or at bigger airports, is you have an instrument departure procedure that you just follow, but since we don't have that, we kind of have to just do our own thing. Actually, what are the winds? Let me find out what the winds are. Because if we can just do a straight out departure, I gotta let this play. It's not even giving me Carson City. I don't think that's gonna work though. We're gonna have to use 27. Anyway, back here, runway is wet. We got winds. I'm just gonna look on for flight. 32015, huh? Temperature is 12. 29.89. Okay. APR off. Center of gravity, I think is gonna probably be around 26. I can do the weight and balance on flight, but I'm honestly just too lazy to do that right now. Let's send this over. Oh, I should have done here. We'll do MTO. And that's gonna reset my speeds. Oh, it didn't. Interesting. Didn't reset. Okay, whatever. Get rid of that. Okay, so perf is done.
Test copied. Programmed. Takeoff data. Set. Avionics and charts. Set. Flight instruments.
It's looking pretty good here. Let's go ahead and clear the flight director. We got N1 max takeoff there. I'm gonna turn the APR off for that. That's fine. So we got takeoff. Everything here is set. The V speeds are good. Altimeter is set, and initial altitude probably gonna be just straight up to whatever our top is. The 290. Yeah, level 290. So we're gonna climb direct to 290. There we go. 290 set. Barometer or altimeter setting 2989 is set. And we got the screen set up the way we want it. I'll actually, let me go here. Let's do that instead. The rest is fine. ICAS is fine. Warnings are fine. Standby altimeter is set to the same setting. Everything else looks good.
Checked and set. Departure briefing.
I'm gonna be departing on 27. We got, I believe we have like 6,000 feet available. And the required distance is, what is the required distance? Does it give me actual distance used? Yeah, 4,100 feet. So it should be good. V1 speed of 110 knots, so that's gonna be our abort speed if anything happens. We'll depart here. We'll climb out left-hand climb, and I think we'll just kind of stay below the clouds until we cross over the field, and then we'll start climbing out to head on our way. Got some traffic up there too. And yeah, then we'll proceed from there.
Completed. Emergency procedures.
Like I said, anything above 80 knots, below V1, any master caution or warning will abort the takeoff. Above above 80 knots. Sorry, I should say anything below 80 knots, master warning, caution. Anything above 80 knots, below V1, engine failure or fire warning, we will abort the takeoff. Anything else, we'll just take it into the air. Or any safety of flight issue, we'll abort the takeoff above 80 knots if necessary. That's pretty much it.
Review. Pins, covers, chocks. Removed.
Good.
Cabin lights, water heaters, master seat. Set.
That's set. We're
Flight
flying.
department checklist complete.
It's just
Engine
me.
start checklist next.
Okay, thank you. It's just me and whoever this imaginary figure is running my checklist. That's just me and him today, so that's it. We can do one final exterior check. All the pins and stuff are removed. Fueler, made sure to close the fuel door over here, so that's good. I think we're pretty much set, honestly. So let's go ahead and close our door. Alright, I will take a seat. And let's see, parking brake is on, so let's go ahead and just have them remove the chocks. That's the hand signal for take the chocks out. I wonder if they'll ever animate like ground crew coming in and pulling the chocks, 'cause that would be so cool. I just realized when we start up we're gonna be blasting all of these aircraft here, but I honestly don't care. It's a simulator. I'll blast the aircraft extra hard. Okay. That's pretty much done. Let's see. I think we're good. Let's go ahead and Bob, let's proceed with the engine start checklist.
Engine start checklist. Doors.
Closed.
Parking brake and pressure.
It's set.
Checked and set. Fuel quantity and balance.
It's fine.
Checked. Beacon.
On.
On. Fuel boost pumps. On. Ignition. Armed. Engine 2 start.
Let's give him the hand signal. Alright, engine 2 is starting. And we're gonna watch the N2 rise up here as soon as we get to 20%. Right now, we'll do 20% N2. And ITT is rising, N1 is also rising. Fuel flow is all increasing, oil pressure is increasing.
Fuel system.
Test the fuel system. There we go. Comes back on.
Checked. Engine 1 start.
Hand signal for engine 1. Alright, engine 1 starting, start switch is pushed. And we got the light. N2 is rising. And 20% fuel on. And light off. N1's turning. Got good fuel flow, good oil pressure.
Engine start checklist complete. After start checklist, next.
Yeah, let's do it. We got 2, 4, 6, and fuel flow, pressure, oil temp is all good.
After start checklist. Generator 1 and 2. On, checked AC and DC. Ignition. Disarmed. Pass. On. 14th stage. Open. Cowl anti-ice. On, check 45 seconds. Flight controls.
Alright, we're gonna go full left, center, full right, centered, up, centered, and down, centered, and rudder full right, and rudder full left. And we want to make sure the center, because my rudder does not work right. Like, there's something wrong with it. But everything's working. Nice.
Check. Ground spoiler. Check. Stowed. Auto. Flight spoilers.
All look good.
Checked. Stowed. Cal anti-ice. Green advisory message on. Supplemental ground wing anti-ice. Test on. Fuel balance. Checked. Trims.
Trims, we are going to do, what was our trim setting again? Does it display here? Yeah, 5.2. 5.2 on the trim, so let's go ahead and set 5.2.
3 set for takeoff. No steer.
Armed.
Armed. APR.
Test 1. Test 2.
Checked. Armed. ADG unit.
And light goes away.
Tested. Supplemental ground wing anti-ice.
Just gonna wait on that. I'm gonna look real quick to see if any icing is predicted actually. Because there is a sigmet for icing, but I'm not sure what flight levels that's at. Yeah, on descent we may pick up some light ice. It shouldn't be too bad.
Test OK. Cal anti-ice. Off. Wing anti-ice. Norm. 14 stage isolation valve. Checked. Wing anti-ice. Checked. Off. ATS.
N1 MTO set.
N1 TO. ATC TCAS. TARA. After start checklist complete. Taxi checklist next.
Alright, let's do the taxi checklist.
Taxi checklist. Taxi lights. On. Wing and Cal anti-ice.
Let's... What is the temperature right now? It's 12. Let's leave it off for now. We don't need it on for the takeoff.
Norm. On or off. Brakes and steering.
Okay, parking brake is coming off. Add a little bit of throttle here. And brakes are good. Steering seems to be good.
Checked. Reverse thrust.
Green light.
Checked.
On both.
If taxiing the de-ice, pause checklist here until a paper de-ice checklist is complete. Flaps. 20. Altimeters. Set and cross-check. Radar weather. On. Takeoff briefing.
Just turn us around here. Takeoff briefing, we've already been through that.
Reviewed. Taxi checklist complete. Before takeoff checklist next.
Okay, we'll taxi out to the runway here and then do it before takeoff checklist, and we go back to the maps view. Yeah, I'm really liking the frame rate right now. It's like at a steady 37. It's pretty good for streaming. And I'm outputting 30 FPS, so I mean if it's above 30 then we're good. In theory. I don't think we have any controllers available right now, so we're gonna just announce our intentions on the Unicom frequency. So let's do that. Carson City traffic, Challenger 666 Alpha Victor is taxiing from the FBO to runway 27. Yeah, Alpha, Carson City. So, how awesome this plane looks. I just really like flying this airplane. I used to fly the 737 a lot. But I mean, it's just so nice, so well modeled. And it's a business jet. I mean, that's pretty cool. Looks like we got some clear skies over where we're supposed to be headed, so I'm not as worried about, you know, not being on an instrument departure. That's the gray area about it, is like in real life we'd have gotten a clearance to depart here, and it would have either been, you know, like, oh, fly the obstacle departure, which actually there really is no obstacle departure procedure. I don't think. I should probably check that again, because there's mountains all around, so there should be. Oh, it's the Jimpa 2, that is the obstacle departure procedure. That goes south and we want to go north, so I didn't do that. Or we would have gotten, you know, a clearance that says, oh, depart on this heading and proceed direct to whatever waypoint we're going to, blah blah blah, but there's no controller online right now, no one we could talk to, so we can't get that clearance. So we kind of just have to wing it on BATSIM. And, you know, get on our flight plan as soon as possible, of course, and then go from there. This is a pretty cool airport, though. It's like nestled between all these hills and mountains. It's a very interesting approach. And, you know, taking a jet into a place like this as opposed to a turboprop or a piston, it's a little more of a challenge. The runway is not as wide as well, so it's all kind of cool. Okay, Bob, give me the before takeoff.
Before takeoff checklist. Passenger signs. Advised on. Anti-collision light. On. Pros. On. Windshield heat. On. Wing and cowl anti-ice. Norm on or off. Continuous ignition. On. ATC TCAS. TARA. Supplemental ground wing anti-ice panel. Checked. CAS. Takeoff config okay?
Check.
Check. Landing, pulse, recog lights. On. Before takeoff
Put on
checklist
pulse.
complete. After takeoff checklist next.
Okay, cool. After takeoff checklist is next. Let's go ahead and pull the HUD down here. After departure, we are going to, let's see, let's bug 210. Should have done this already. We're gonna be turning to a heading of, let's just say 180. Just kind of fly VFR. Altitude is set already. Okay, yeah, I think we're pretty much good to go. Carson City traffic, Challenger 666 Alpha Victor is departing runway 27. Will be a left turn out, circling over the field, and departing the area to the northeast, Carson City.
Entered runway 27, 6,000 feet remaining.
Clear left, clear right. Oh, should put my headset on. So, you know, we got 6,000 feet available. That's plenty of runway for this airplane, but still, you know, just for the fun of it, we might as well do a short field, so I'll stand on the brakes. Alright, Brake set here. We're lined up on runway 27. Headings confirmed 27. I'm gonna start adding some power. Alright, both engines stabilized. ATS is engaged. Thrust set.
80 knots.
Check.
E1.
A bit of a
Rotate.
wind. There's that wind.
Positive rate. Gear up.
You're up. Oh yeah, you can feel it's kind of gusty. Flaps up. Alright, flight level change, heading mode. And we can start running that after takeoff check.
After takeoff checklist. Landing gear. Up. Flaps. 0. Thrust reversers. Off. Ignition. On. Pressurization. Check. Pax transition.
40. Terrain ahead.
APR
Completed.
should go to on.
N1. Climb set. APU generator. Off. APU. Shut down. Passenger signs.
Let's leave them on for now.
On, off, or auto. CAS.
Oh. Huh. Oh. That's what was happening. I was like, what was going on? It was because the, bus reverser was kind of glitched. Alright. Should be able to turn ATS back on. And we can climb out in VFR here. So what I'm gonna do is arm nav mode. Sync the heading bug. We can do 240. I'm still hand flying. Normally I'd be on the autopilot by now. But I'll go ahead and turn it on now. Autopilot is on. There's that little bit of cloud. Oh, it looks like Center just went offline, so we're not gonna have to be talking to anyone. Actually, this is kind of cool. Just kind of do our own thing. Cast is
Clear.
clear.
After takeoff checklist complete.
Roger. A little bit of turbulence coming through the clouds there, but nothing too bad. to your full route. Pretty short flight for what this airplane can do, you know, is capable of. Let's go ahead and set our VNAV climb here. VNAV is on. We're gonna go resume. And all that. We're also flying a very light airplane with, you know, only 5,000 pounds of fuel, no passengers, so this plane is gonna want to climb and climb. It's only gonna take us 8 more minutes to get to this next point here, and then shortly after is our top of descent. So I'm already gonna have to start thinking about what approach we're gonna want to do at Battle Mountain, and in order to make a good decision there, we're gonna have to look at the winds. It's looking like runway 22 is favored. So I'm going to look at the approach for 22. It's an RNAV approach from Battle Mountain VOR. And I think that's going to be the best option for us. So obviously if it's VFR, we'll just cancel and we'll fly the approach VFR. But I mean, those clouds look pretty thick, so we're going to need some help to get down. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to amend my own flight plan. Because, you know, the controller went offline, there's no one I can ask to do this, so I'm just gonna do it pretty much. It's gonna be the RNAV. That's not what we want. Battle Mountain RNAV 22 from KBAM. And you can see the new route is popping up there. We're gonna go ahead and hit execute,
Destination
and we're gonna replace Battle Mountain with that. Execute, and there we go. Also, let me go ahead and set VNAV setup. Do a 2 degree. There we go. Landing lights can go off. Yeah, everything's pretty much set. We get to our cruising altitude here. I'll give you guys a tour of the back. Not too much traffic today though. There's 1,000 feet to go. That sim has been pretty dead. At least in this this part of the US. See, I could probably show you guys yeah, there it is. We are right here right now. So you can see there's some controllers online, you know, some airspace is being controlled. Oh shit.
Nose door.
That was weird. My throttle just glitched the landing gear down. That's always kind of scary. It's happened like a few times before, but it hasn't happened in a while. It's probably because I bought this used controller. I did buy my current joystick. I bought it used. My joystick and my throttle because I want to upgrade to the one that I actually want. So I didn't want to spend the full. I don't want to pay the full price for it, basically, but you get what you pay for. Anyway, we're leveled off now. Let's go ahead and take a look at the back here. We got our beautiful seating. 2 rows up front, and of course the VIP usually sits here. I'm surprised they haven't modeled this yet, but this is like the climate control thing. They have the light control as well. Instead, they chose to put it all here. Obviously, right now I'm controlling the temperature because it's just us in the airplane. But you got, the cabin lights and whatnot. You turn them on. You won't really see much right now because it's daytime. But at night, it's super bright. At night, it's like way more than enough. All the windows can be, open or shut. We have our cool little screen here displaying our information. And you got the divan here. Take a seat, look outside. I think that Blackwing is really cool. In the day. At night it's just pitch black, you can't see anything, but I think it's pretty cool. Then back here you have the lavatory. If you need to poop, sit down. There's a window back here as well, so you got a view. And of course it's super loud because you're right next to the engine, so it's a lot louder than any other place. Back here would be the baggage compartment, and they have not modeled it yet. And they haven't modeled any of the closet stuff or anything yet either. But hopefully in the next update the baggage will be modeled. Let's see what else we got. You do have the option of closing this, shutting yourself off from the cabin if you're an introvert, I guess, or for operational reasons. And it took me a long time to figure out that you could do that. I did not know that was a clickable region. But yeah, what else is clickable? You can pull this cover here. You don't like the aesthetics of the door. Cover up the door. Yeah, that's pretty much it. This flight is so short that we already have to basically turn on VNav and prepare for our descent. Down. Yeah, let's see, 2 miles to go until our descent here, so let's go ahead and do that. I'm gonna set up. There's our descent. And let me just double check that we don't have any controllers online. Yeah, no controllers, so no one to talk to. It's fine. That's the way we like it. Okay, descent checklist.
Descent checklist. Shoulder harness. Secure. Passenger signs. On or auto. Pressurization. Set. Fuel quantity and balance. Checked. FMS. Landing data. Charts.
Let's go ahead and do that. Let's go ahead and do approach here. I might be able to pick up the weather if I go to 119.45. Let's see. If I can't pick it up right now, we'll just go off what ForeFlight is saying. ForeFlight currently reporting on ADS-B. This is only 11 minutes old, so we'll use this. It is currently 290 at 3. Which means, honestly, we could land on runway 4. It wouldn't be that much of a penalty. But since we're already set up to do this, I'd say just whatever. Let's just do a course reversal. Just for fun, let's do a course reversal. Why not? Temperature is 5, altimeter is 2989. It should be dry there, and we'll do a factored landing distance 1.65, and we'll send the speeds over to the computer. Everything else is set, so that's good. Oh, we have a V speeds disagree. Why? Is it because I have this factored? I'm actually not sure why I'm getting a V speed disagree right now. Because everything else should be set. Yeah, whatever. We'll look at it when we get closer, I guess.
Programmed set. Approach briefing.
We're gonna fly the RNAV into runway 22 with the course reversal. The minimums are going to be 220, so I can go ahead and set that. And a little bit of turbulence. As we go through the clouds here, we're probably going to pick up some ice right now. Yeah, because we're probably gonna pick up some ice, so we're gonna preemptively turn our icing on. If it gets a little bit warmer, we'll start picking up some ice that'll actually stick to the wing, most likely. Anyway, back to the approach briefing. We're doing the course reversal from Battle Mountain, so we'll fly outbound and then turn back in. Let's see. We're gonna have LPV minimums, most likely, so we'll plan for that. This approach procedure is gonna be climb to 11,900, and then direct to a waypoint. So we shouldn't have to tune anything else in. Man, it's getting pretty bumpy.
Reviewed. VNAV transition flight level. Set. Descent checklist complete. In range checklist next.
Let's go back to this page. We'll run the in-range checklist when we get to like 15,000 or so. This is why I like flying in the simulator. I love going to the bad weather. I will like seek out the bad weather and fly into it. Because I mean, you can't really do that in real life, you know, you have to plan around it. Unless, you know, you're flying for the airlines or you're flying a jet or something. But in a small piston, single engine piston IFR, you would not be flying into icing in most cases, unless you're flying something like a Cirrus, I guess. And even then, I mean, I would not fly into icing. Single engine. And like solid IMC like this. So the simulator is really good for that. And, you know, practicing your instrument procedures and whatnot. It's all really good. Another thing that might be causing this is not using the sensed fuel, because then our weights are not correct. So let's try this again. Going to approach. Yeah, I think that is what it was, is the weights were not being read correctly. Okay, that makes sense. Oh, I'll show you guys a cool feature here. It's my third FMS. If I go to data link, if I go to weather, request, KBAM, I can actually pull up the ADSB weather in the simulator, which is so cool. Because I just realized I'm missing the altimeter. I could look for it on 4Fly, but I just want to show you guys here. There we go. KBAM. Pull it up here. 2903, altimeter 2989er. So we set that. Switch over to that right now. What else does it say? No TAF information found. We do have a PIREP from the Reno VOR 51160. It was a 730. It was a max, light to moderate turbulence. Huh. And Rhymeister incline. This one is light rhyme eyes. That's interesting. Alright, we are quickly approaching our first waypoint on this thing. I'm gonna go back to the legs page here. So over the Battle Mountain VOR, we have to be below 10,500. So I should probably just speed up that descent right now. What I should have done here was put in those 500 below, 8,500 above. Was that the wrong way? There we go. 'Cause I forgot to put in my altitude constraint, so... And that'll do it. We should still be able to hit that. You can see it's like solid. It's a solid layer right now. According to the weather, I mean, we should be breaking out at what? It's overcast, broken at 4,300, overcast at 7,000. And the field elevation here is 4.5, I believe. So 11,500 or 11,000 we should be breaking out, which I guess is just right underneath where we're at right now, so we'll see. I'm gonna go off of VNAV speed, start slowing us down manually here. We'll just do 240. We probably should slow to 200 actually. We're back on our VNAV path, so everything checks out, everything's good. We put our landing lights on. Let's run the in-range checklist.
In-range checklist. APU. Started. Altimeters. 3 set, cross-check. Avionics, set. External lights, on. N1 target. Set.
We'll wait for that AP to fire up. And ideally we wait 2 minutes before we turn it on. So, we can start a little timer. Coming up to our little course reversal here. Speed is reducing nicely. Just kind of humming along here. They're still in that kind of prime icing zone. They're not far from it, so I'm still gonna leave it on just in case. Yeah, anti-ice.
APU PAX transition.
There we go.
Avail completed. APU generator. On. CAS.
Pass is clear.
Checked. In-range checklist complete. Before landing, checklist next.
We'll do that as soon as we get configured and flipped around here. And I mean, we're the only one within like 50 miles on Batson, but we could still make a radio call for fun. Battle Mountain traffic challenge 666 Alpha Victor is about 15 miles to the northeast on the RNAV runway 22. Doing the course reversal now, will be inbound in about 2 minutes. 6 Alpha Victor. So yeah, we'll see how well it does with the course reversal. I got terrain up on the display down here. I love how big this, you know, nav display is. So cool. More of that rain. So, I mean, according to this, you know, we're in that broken layer right now, I guess, but it's not very broken. It's more like overcast. Alright, we're turning inbound. I'm gonna go flaps 20 here. I'm hoping as soon as we break out, we could turn the anti-ice off. I'm sure we'll be able to break out. I mean, the minimums here are 220 feet. So there's no way, with the weather that's being reported right now, there's no way that we'll have to go mist. But just in case, I mean, it's gonna be a straight out climb to 11,900. Okay, gears coming down now. Now we'll slow to 180. Actually, let's slow to 160. I'm gonna bug minimums. Second now we should be starting down on that descent. Let's go ahead and arm approach mode. Ups 30. But I mean, you know, landing is always the most challenging part of the flight, right? It's always fun when you have circumstances like this. That was kind of cool. So we got VREF of 124, and we should add some wind factor. Right now the winds are calm. The winds are reporting calm. So we can actually update this. So 124 straight, no correction factor. But it is bumpy up here. I'll say that. There's our glide slope coming in. Oh shit, what is it doing? Is it doing the right thing here? Interesting, it should not be doing that. But it is. That is weird. I was ready to disengage the autopilot there. It looks like it's coming back though. Let's go ahead and slow to 120. Let's see, 124, 134. Alright, yeah, we're coming back down. It had some weird logic there or something. Kinda strange. Okay, let's go flaps 45. So we're coming up to our final approach fix. We want to be fully configured. Alright, before landing check.
Before landing checklist. Landing gear lever. Down indicating. No steer. Arm center clear.
There we go, we're
Anti-skid.
breaking out now.
Hard
At
testing.
7,300.
Passenger signs. On. Wing cal anti-ice. On or off.
Let's turn it off.
Continuous ignition. On. Thrust reversers.
2500.
Armed. Spoilers. Stowed auto. Flaps. Set. Cast. Checked. Before landing checklist complete. After landing checklist next.
It's hazy though, I mean you can see it. Just look at the terrain around us. The terrain is really cool. I'm really glad that X-Plane is running a lot better than it used to. Especially with the ortho scenery and everything, because I would like to do some more streaming on X-Plane. But anyway, for now, let's focus on this landing. Our before landing checks are done already. We are coming up to our final waypoint here. I still can't really see the runway too clearly. We're definitely below the clouds though, but we still got a ways to go to get to minimum, so I'm not worried. Should be seeing some runway lights here. Unless the fuel is VFR, in which case we won't see anything, because X-Plane still hasn't implemented a way to do pilot-controlled lighting. Let's disconnect the autopilot. We'll hand fly it the rest of the way.
1000.
Let's go ahead and bug VREF 123, right? Alright, let's make it a smooth one. I'm gonna disengage the
500.
auto throttle. I like flying it completely manually. I think it's kind of cool.
Approaching minimums.
Check.
Minimums.
Continue. Alright, here we go.
100. 50. 40. 30.
Pulse to idle.
20.
And
10.
we're just gonna bleed off that speed. It really holds well in ground effect, so you don't have to flare too aggressively. There we go. Reverse green. Just a little bit of, felt like a little bit of crosswind correction. Needed. And we'll just roll out here. And reverse stowed. Speed brakes up. Alright guys, welcome to Battle Mountain. So I actually have... What? You reported the stream? Oh shit, I should probably slow down. There you go. So I actually have been here in real life before when I was flying... Wait, what is going on? Is this not a turnaround? Oh. Okay, this is just a turnaround. I'll turn around on the runway then. Yeah, when I was flying back from Wyoming to California, I've landed here before, so it's been a while. I don't think we didn't overnight here though. We get the HUD up. That was a good landing. I've made some shitty landings in this thing before, but that was a pretty good landing.
After landing checklist. Landing, pulse, recog lights. Off.
Let's leave it on.
Anti-collision lights.
We'll leave it on until we clear the runway. But flaps can go up. I love the weather that's been going on here though.
Approaching runway 13.
I mean,
31.
it looks nice. Like X-Plane actually looks decent
Entered runway 13.
right now.
31.
With the mods that I have going on and the scenery. It's not terrible.
Off. Continuous ignition. Off. Windshield heat.
Oh my god,
Off.
Mousy, hello.
Off. Wing anti-ice. Off. Cowl anti-ice.
Yep, off.
On or off. Spoilers. Stowed. Flaps. 0. ATC TCAS. Alt on. Radar mode.
How are you, Mousy?
Standby.
It's been a while.
After
It's been a
landing
while.
checklist complete. Engine shutdown checklist next.
No missile alert today. We are flying civilian aircraft. Look at the frames. I'm getting 54 frames right now. I've never gotten 54 frames in X-Plane while streaming. And again, I got you guys capped at 30. So hopefully the stream is looking real smooth. Yeah, I just wanted to do a little test stream because I haven't streamed X-Plane in a long time. Mainly because it was so bad, like the performance was bad. That's funny. Got like, looks like a little falcon a 7X over there. I think that's what that thing is. Alright, let's try not to hit anything. I don't know if you were here for the landing, Mousy. You missed the landing, but it was pretty good. Flight is coming to an end. We just did like a 1-hour flight. We flew from Carson City, which is in Nevada. We flew to Battle Mountain, which is also in Nevada. I've been to this airport in real life during my flying. Trying to figure out how I want to do this. I think I'm just gonna turn this way. Because there's no other parking spot there, is there? Oh, there is actually. Okay, we'll do that instead. It's all Nevada. It's always been Nevada this entire time. It's been Nevada. Yeah, let's go around this jet. I wish they would make, like for X-Plane, I wish they would make a, here we can turn these landing lights off now. I wish they would make like a Gulfstream or some bigger private jet to this level of detail, because this is the most detailed aircraft in X-Plane right now. Like this is on par with DCS, I would say. The simulator is not on par with DCS, but the aircraft for sure is. Like systems wise, every circuit breaker you can pull, I mean everything acts the way it should. Let's see if I can actually hit this, let's see how good my taxiing skills are from the cockpit, if I could actually hit this point here. I mean, I'll show you in a second, Mousy, but they even drew up diagrams for every system that you can watch in real time. I think we're probably close enough. Do you guys want to place bets? Are we close? How close are we to the mark? We'll take a look. Okay, here, like, I'll just pull up the left engine. This is the left engine, currently.
Engine shutdown checklist. Taxi lights.
Off.
Off. Parking brake.
Set.
Set. Reverse thrust. Stowed. Generators 1 and 2. Off. Engine 2 shut down.
Yep.
Fuel boost pumps. Off. Fuel system.
There we go.
Check. Engine 1 shut down. Check ITT below 350 degrees Celsius.
Yep.
Anti-ice. Off. 14th stage. Off. Beacon. Off. No steer. Off. ATC TCAS. Standby 0.
There we go.
Parking brake if chocked. Off. Passenger signs. Off. Cabin differential.
We'll turn the emergency
0
lights
PSI.
off too.
Engine shutdown checklist complete. Securing checklist next.
Okay, yeah, we'll secure the plane in just a little bit. Let's go ahead and open the door. Alright, this is the moment of truth. Moment of truth. How close are we? I'm gonna walk down. Okay, I'm gonna turn around. I'm gonna turn around right now. Oh, okay. That's not bad. I could have went forward a little bit. Just a little bit more I could have went forward. But we're on the line, dude. That was, for being in the cockpit, that was not bad. That was pretty good. Haha, that's funny. Let's put the chocks in. Alright. Let's go ahead and shut this plane down for now. I may do another stream later tonight, we'll see.
Secure and checklist. Emergency lights.
Because, I mean, this stream was pretty much just to test if streaming X-Plane was possible, but we're getting 40 frames. Emergency lights are off.
AC DC utility switch. off 3 minutes. Headsets off. Thrust reversers
Should have done that before I went outside. Thrust reversers off.
off. Chocks
Yes, the AC/DC switch. It turns on AC/DC in the cockpit.
installed. Parking brake
See? It's right there.
off. Hydraulic pumps
Hydraulic pumps.
off. Nav lights, logo light off. APU generator
Yes, it does. That is exactly what it does. Alright, we're gonna wait a little bit. Let's compare and contrast real quick. I always like to do this. We'll pull up sim brief here. So we had a en route fuel burn estimation of 1,414 and we actually burned 1,557. So I mean pretty close still, very close actually. I don't know what like percentage difference that is, but I could probably calculate it real quick if I remember how to do math. So that's a 10% difference over a 40-minute flight though. So I mean if it was like a 4-hour flight, I've seen as little as like a 0.5% difference. But over this short of a flight, I mean the taxiing alone takes up so much of the percentage of flight time. So that's understandable. En route flight time was 40 minutes and we predicted air time of 36 minutes. So that's probably why. Yeah, not bad. That's pretty good. So much fuel. Yeah, this airplane can carry 20,000 pounds of fuel, which is, I believe, the same amount as an F-14, fully loaded F-14 with externals. 20,000 pounds here. Actually, let me pull up. I can pull this up. There we go. This is the fuel system right here. You can see how much detail they put into all of this, is what I was saying in the beginning of the stream. It's just really cool the amount of detail they put. So yeah, I have yet to do a flight that requires a full load of fuel, but the most fuel I've put into this plane is I think like 16,000 pounds flying across the US in the simulator. So it's got very long legs. I mean, you can fly this plane for hours. You can fly for like 7 hours probably full fuel. I would like to do an oceanic crossing one of these days, but I want to get a Jeppesen because I don't want to go to Hawaii. Hawaii is so boring and lame. I would like to cross over to Europe if possible, but I want to get the Jeppesen charts for that first. So in the future we'll do that. For now we'll just stick domestic. And who knows, maybe later tonight I may do another stream. I may do another stream to some bad weather if we can find it. Because I was saying earlier in the day, I really only fly to where there is bad weather. I don't really enjoy flying, unless there's like super good scenery. I don't enjoy flying to where there's good weather in the simulator. It's just so boring to me. It's like, oh, visual approach, whatever, you're done. But flying into bad weather where you actually have to shoot an instrument approach, it keeps me proficient, because I don't fly instrument IRL a lot, hardly at all. So it helps me like stay in the zone if I can actually do an instrument approach. Anyway, I'm pretty sure 3 minutes has passed. Let's go ahead and turn everything off. Let's do that. Turn that APU off. And we'll let it cool down. Probably won't be flying this again until later, so I'm gonna just turn the lights to dim. Oh, that's another cool thing about this aircraft is it saves the state of the aircraft. So all switches and everything are saved. Which I don't know if that feature exists in DCS, does it? I know that in X-Plane it has existed in other aircraft for some time, but everything that you do will be saved automatically. So the way you leave the aircraft, that's the way you'll get it when you start up the sim again. So that's pretty cool. And you can save custom states. Like, you don't have to start up the same way every time. That's not 100% the case, but it's still really cool. I mean, you know, save the fuel amount. Even I think the temperatures will save. So I like to let stuff kind of cool down for some time after I stop. You can see like the turbine temperatures and whatnot, they're cooling down as the sim runs. So it's all really detailed, really cool. Anyway, let's see, master APU off. And I'm just gonna go from top to bottom here. I'm pretty sure everything is where we need it to be. That's off, packs are off. That's off. 14 stage bleed is off. It's a very simple airplane to fly, honestly, compared to like a 777, 737. I like it. It's a very easy airplane if you know what you're doing. Okay, we'll turn the battery off, and we will, let's see. Can you dogfight in it? I could probably dogfight in it. Let's put our covers on. I'm not gonna bother putting the pins. Well, actually, I guess I could probably do it just to show you. So if we open up this, we can drop the door. Do we have to have battery power on? I think we might have to have battery power. Let me turn the battery on real quick. Yeah, there it goes. Yeah, that should drop it. So that opens the nose bay. Got a little light in here if you needed it. But we put, usually they put one pin here, I think, here. Safety pins. And we have gear pins as well. Gear pins will actually hold the landing gear open in case there was some failure there. So we put the gear pins in. That's pretty much it. Nothing else. In the future, I think they do plan on modeling this this back area here, which is where you actually climb up into, because you can see it's kind of modeled already a little bit. Not fully, but just a little bit. There's like a step ladder that comes down. That's where you actually put oil into the engine. For now, they just have you doing it like this. And I won't do it on this flight, but you power it on, you gotta test it, make sure that works. And then you refill the engine with oil. And honestly, we probably could do it right now. Let's just do it. There should be enough oil in there to refill it. And I'll bring this up just so you can see what's going on. Show oil system. So yeah, oil tank, 3.5 quarts in the oil tank. I think it can hold like 7 or something. But we'll put an even amount in. So I'll just go to the halfway point here and then I'll do the left side. You can see it's the oil quantity is slowly starting to fill up. I don't know what the minimum oil is actually in this. There's no way to really check the oil in the plane. Like you'll just get an oil temp low if you fly it down to the minimum oil temp. I mean oil quantity low, but there's no like display of what the oil quantity actually is. So I don't know, it's kind of weird. All right, let's put the rest in the left tank. I'm just curious to see what the left engine is saying. It's at 3.56 as well. I'll put the rest into the left. But yeah, I'm pretty happy with how the stream went, like quality-wise. It seemed like it wasn't lagging or anything, so that's good. And who knows, I might take a little break here and then do some more streaming later tonight if everything goes okay. There we go. All the oil is done. Turn it off. So we'll have to refill this at some point. I won't do it now though. Alright, well, that's pretty much it. We could hop in here, we can close up the windows. Wow, the stream is running. The sim is running really good right now. I'm almost at 50 frames. 50 frames is really good. Of course, we are in the middle of nowhere though, so I'm sure like if we went down to LA or something, it would be a little more intense. Anyway, everything is off. Parking brake is released. Alright. Let's go ahead and get out of here. Alright. That's pretty much it. I can show you guys inside the FBO that they've modeled. Do that real quick. Yes, I modeled a full FBO building where you can actually go in here. You can use this computer, it'll pop up your browser if you click on it. This is where you kind of start your flights, get fuel and stuff like that. They modeled one of the earliest engines ever made. I forget how you turn it on though. Oh, there's a little switch there. So they modeled that, which is kind of cool. Got a little lounge area. Got accounting, general manager. Staff room. It's another flight planning room. That's pretty cool. I mean, no other aircraft dev has done something like that before. So, that is awesome. But anyway, that's all I really got for you guys. Thanks for tuning into the stream, and I think it was a good test, a successful test. So who knows, I might be streaming more X-Plane in the future. But anyway, I don't think I'm gonna raid anyone. I'll just sign off here. I'll see you guys in the next stream.